Hey, good morning, Tigers, and happy Thursday. Today's going to be an exciting day. We have lots going on this week, but today we have our newest Tigers coming to tour the building. That's right. These are 4 and 5 year olds that will be kindergartners next year. So you'll see a lot of younger children today, as well as their families as well coming in. So when you see them, whether in the hallways, they come in your classroom, let's greet them with, good morning, how are you doing? Let's use our great manners. Talk about being great. I got a quote today. It's from Maya Angelou, who actually used to live right here in Winston-Salem, a very famous poet. She wrote the poem for one of our presidents, Bill Clinton, I believe it was. But she wrote a very famous poem for him while he was in office. But she lived right here in Winston-Salem. And she was also friends with Oprah Winfrey, which helps that a little bit too. But quote for today says, be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Turn and talk to your neighbor for 10 seconds. What do you think that means? Be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Go ahead, 10 seconds. So what I think it means, at least to me, is when someone else is in a cloudy spot, they're not having the best of days. We talked about this earlier about who needs the most kindness. It's not someone that's already smiling and happy. Someone that's not feeling that way. Someone that comes in just sort of here. They're in a cloud maybe. So you being the rainbow, rain of sunshine, you being that brightness, you give them. Just like, give someone your smile, right? And so be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. All right. I have a book I'm going to read today. One Small Spark. One Small Spark. And I want you to watch the colors in this book, too. Look at the colors and the illustrations. Mrs. Warlick would appreciate you guys doing that and see what goes on here. Imagine a world where you want to live in. It's not the world you see. It's that, not the world you want to see. Will you create it? When something is broken or someone needs help, you have a choice, an opportunity to repair the world. In a moment, you decide who you are and who you want to be. A spark that lights your heart becomes an idea, and then an action. It's interesting how she saw that playground, the swing was broken, and she wanted to fix it. Maybe you're small, but the problem feels big. It's okay to ask for help because one person can't do everything. But everyone can do one thing, which may lead to another. So yeah, one person doing something is hard, but when you have 5 people, 10 people, 500 people, it helps out a lot. Repairing the world takes understanding. It takes imagination. It takes practice. We're all on one team. Each a string, like a rope made of strands, holding hands. Woven, connected, stronger. If I get one piece of string, I can break that pretty easily. If I get 12 pieces of string and wind them together and strain them together like a rope, not easy to break at all. Among the way, you'll discover that many things are perfect, just as they are. You'll also discover that sometimes it's hard to know what to do. But even the tiniest spark will flicker and dance until it's impossible to ignore. Think of each of the acts of kindness as a little gift given quietly. Look at all that's happening in that great illustration there on this page. Not for a reward or even a thanks. Because when life isn't fair and you have more than you need, you have the power to create balance. That balance feels better. You know your action today changes everything tomorrow. So true, Tigers. So true. And then when the world will be different. Imagine everyone gathering sparks, opening their hearts, and repairing our world together. And that is the same picture as the first one at the first page or so of the city. So one little act, and then you know what? You get others to help you, and that just builds and builds and builds for a better place. All right, Tigers, it's going to be a great day. Don't forget, tomorrow's the last day for our Student Council Blow Pops. They've done a great job. They've already raised well over $1,000, so that's one scholarship to a lucky former Tiger that's graduating high school, going to college for next school year. So we award that at the end of this school year to that one or two Tigers. So that is exciting. We have a special announcement after the pledge from Tiger TV for our 3rd and 4th graders. So 3rd and 4th grade, just stay on for like another 30 seconds after the Pledge of Allegiance for a special announcement. All right, but being special, we got the Narwhals today, and they are a very special group, and they're going to help me with the Vying Away of respect, responsibility, teamwork, and excellence in everything we do. Here they come, Tigers. Have a great day, guys.
And welcome to Tiger TV. Today is Thursday, February 19, 2026. The weather today is cloudy with a chance of rain and a high of 70 degrees. Happy birthday to Hanukkah, Karthik, Manvit, Venkatesh, Kai, Alvador, Manat, Venkatesh, and Paisley Bradley. The lunch menu for today is walking beef taco with fiesta rice, classic pepperoni pizza, garden salad with cheese and croutons, freshly baked sweet potato, seasoned corn, red and green bell pepper strips, and assorted fruit. The word of the week is cooperation. Cooperation is when a group of people work together like a team to complete a task or figure something out. The common school for today is if everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself. Henry Ford. After the show, please follow your teacher in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Have a great day, Tigers. Hi, Miss Nicholson.
Hey, welcome back, 3rd and 4th graders. So I want to show you a few things. We talk about reading all the time. We talk about reading quite a bit. And when you were in kindergarten and in 1st grade, you started the basic foundations of reading. You learned, first of all, what letter is that? The letter E. You had to learn all your letters. You had to learn all your letters, and you had to learn your sounds. That was the beginning. And then you moved on. I just picked this up. You can all read this. You're in 3rd and 4th grade. It says, read like a champion. Some of these words you just sort of saw, and you know them because they're high frequency words, like the word like. You see that a lot of times. So you don't have to think about how to sound that out. Now, like the word champion, you had to sound out and decode it and break it apart and chunk it. all those strategies that your kindergarten, first grade teachers, and even in second grade, they would show you a lot of how to do. So that was the basics. And then eventually you work your way up to reading full books, full novels, and reading well, okay? But it's a process. Math is the same thing. So math, you start identifying your numbers. What number is that? Of course, it's 13. But in kindergarten, you sure didn't know the number 13 right away. You learned it as the year went on. So you're working right now on your multiplication facts. Your multiplication facts are like the sounds and letters of reading. You need to know your multiplication facts just like you know that was the letter E. Just like you knew that was the word like. You knew this was the word read. You just have to know it right away. You can't think about it. You just got to know it. And that takes something called what? Practice. You learning the letter E didn't happen overnight. You worked with your teachers and your parents, and you practiced all 26 letters of the alphabet. You did that over and over again. Multiplication facts are the same thing. And to help you with that, third and fourth grade, you guys are doing something a little bit different with your multiplication facts. And, you know, I always like rewarding students to do a good job on things. And I like M&Ms. That's a blue one. I like the blue ones are my favorite. They all taste the same, but I don't know. The blue ones, and of course Tiger Orange. I don't know if I would like a black one. They don't make black M&Ms, but M&Ms, wonderful. I have bought hundreds and hundreds of bags of M&Ms and Skittles for Tigers in third and fourth grade. So your teacher can tell you all about how you get a bag of M&Ms. You have to earn it. I believe we're working on 3, 6, and 9s. And your teachers might be doing something a little bit different, but when you earn the incentive, I will put in your teacher's boxes bags of M&Ms for you to have. So work hard, practice. When you were back in kindergarten, first grade, you were practicing reading all the time. You had someone who helped you. You couldn't help yourself and do the letter E. You couldn't read your sight words, these words that you see all the time by yourself. You needed somebody to help you, whether it was older brother or sister, parents, grandparents, somebody. So same thing with your math facts. Get someone to do it with you every single night for half an hour, hour? No! 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes 3 times a week or 4 times a week. You will grow like you won't believe. So, and then you get some M&Ms. All right, Tigers, have a great day. I can't wait to be putting lots of M&Ms in your teachers' boxes. Bye, guys.